Hi there, I'm Luchia Feman. Thanks for coming, and I'm here to talk about the book, The Art of Relationship Painting a New Pattern. What you see behind me are some of the cast of Thousand. You'll know what I mean when you read my book. It's kind of a funny story. I spent $25,000 to write this book, thinking that I had relationship addiction, and my rationale in this was that I was almost set to go to Katie Byron's rehab facility that she has down in California for women whose hormones are kind of basically messed up from being in chronic long-term bad relationships. And I really thought that's what was happening to me. So I spent my money and I went to write the book because I thought that if I did the research myself and I put a book out like this, it could not only help other people, it could explain a bit of some of my art practices and processes to my patrons, which I have been told on numerous occasions maybe needed to happen. So I went ahead and I started to write the book. And the first thing that happened was I realized, even though I've had many things published, I'm a professional writer and have been for years, I suddenly couldn't string two sentences together. And I was finding myself writing on the walls, I'd get a thought and I would literally grab a felt pen and start recording it on the walls, because what had become really glaringly obvious was I no longer, by the time I got to that end of that sentence, I lost the process and the thought. I wasn't able to do it any longer. So about 6 months into this really scary process, I realized I had the bad fall that I had taken earlier was actually a traumatic brain injury. And that started a whole new thing. Essentially, as I couldn't write, the art really had to do what I'd been saying that it had to do for pretty well my whole life in terms of art making, and that was it had to stand on its own. So this became a book about relationship, almost in a way interrelationship, learning everybody has a core to them, regardless of what happens physically or to your brain or whatever else. There's a creative core that's ongoing, and this is what I discovered in the midst of writing this book. So it's been an amazing thing, probably one of the most difficult creative processes I've ever been involved in, and I really hope you like it. Thank you for coming. From all of us.